Hi. Today's video, we are going to discuss about how to integrate Zscaler ZPA with Azure AD for authentication. Let's jump in and see the demonstrations to integrate Zscaler ZPA with Azure AD. When you go to Zscaler ZPA portal, go to authentication, IDP configurations. Under IDP, you could see the list of IDP configurations which are already created. And in the rightmost side, you could see the add IDP configuration. Just click add IDP and put name of the IDP. You can give Azure IDP. And this is for user or administrator. You can choose this is for user and select the uh, Azure domain which is going to configure and click next. You copy the service provider URL and service provider entity ID for using the same into the Azure portal. This is entity ID. Um, let's pause this configuration here and we can do the rest of the configuration in the Azure. Go to Azure portal, Azure Active Directory, enterprises applications. You could see the list of applications which are already using. You can choose a new application and select Zscaler private access. Zscaler, and you could see the list of applications which are already configured. At the bottom, you could see the Zscaler private access application. You can change the name of the application into as per the corporate. Yeah, I'm just choosing Zscaler as ZPA app and create it. It will take some time to create it. Once it is created, we need to associate those with users and enable single sign-on, etc. So now the mm, application is created. Go to single sign-on, get started, and select SAML. Edit here, and you can enter the um, details. So entity ID is this one. Copy this entity ID and paste it here. Paste it here, and the reply URL will be this one. Paste it here, and the name of the sign-on URL also same as the reply URL. So you can paste it here as well and come down. You can click save. You can close this. The testing will done later. Once this is completed, you can just come down, and there will be um, a SAML sign-in certificate and XML information. You can download the uh, metadata file, and you can download the certificate. Then go to Zscaler portal. You can just resume the configuration. Select the IDP metadata file which is downloaded from the IDP. ZP app XML. Click open. So the rest of the configurations like sign on URL, identity ID, and certificates will be automatically uploaded. And the status and rest of the informations you can choose whatever you need. At the end, there will be a save. You can click save now. Once you saved, the next step is on the Azure portal. Go to users and groups and add the list of users or groups whichever needs to have the applications that be access. Select the users. I'm selecting only one group, IT user group set PA, and select. Okay, let me select um, BRM group, admin group, and leave only one group which is sales group. Okay, click select and assign. Now the user groups are associated with the application. Then the next step will be provisioning. Go to provisioning, click get started. You need to change the manual to automatic, and you need to enter the tenant URL and secret token in order to configure and the users automatically into Zscaler portals. You can edit here. At the bottom there will be a scheme provisioning. You can click enable and use it for a policy configuration. And copy the provider URL and paste it here and generate the bearer token and copy the bearer token, paste it under secret token. So if you are using this particular setup in your production, then you need to copy this bearer token and save it into your repository. Since when you save this configuration, the bearer token will not be visible for you. You need to regenerate it. So in order to avoid the conflict, you need to save these configurations like the bearer token your informations into your repository for future use. Click save now. Once it is saved, go to the Azure portal and verify the connections. Yeah, the connection status is success. You can save the configuration. When you go to IDP SAML attributes, no attributes are configured here. And when you go to settings, then you go to scheme attributes, scheme users. As of now, no users are configured, and also the group, no groups are configured. You can again go to the Azure portal and click close. So there is an option to start provisioning. Otherwise, the Azure will take 40 minutes to sync the configuration with the application. So you can either start the provisioning now itself, which will initiate the provisioning configuration, and the provisioning will done as soon as possible. You can start provisioning and wait for some time. So there is a refresh option. So once you refresh, you could see uh, the details whichever is configured or not configured, those information you can see here. And also you can refresh this page, like update, and verify if there is any use. Okay, you could see 3 users are created here. um, and let's verify in the groups. Yeah, you could see 2 groups are created. So I believe we were added 4 groups, so let's wait for some more time. Yeah, 3 groups are added. And what about users? Users, 3 users are added. Let's refresh and see whether the user configuration. Yeah, 3 groups and 3 users. One error are being retried. So there was an error when it's tried to configure. So you can see the logs here. What is the status of the provisioning configuration? So there was no result now. Okay. You can again go to users and groups and add one more groups, which is nothing but sales group. You can click sales and select same. Now this user is the user group is added. Then go to provisioning and again start provisioning. Now in the group, you could see 4 groups which should supposed to be shown under the ZPA portal. Let's wait for a sync happens. No, now new uh, 4 users and 4 groups are updated. Let's verify. Yeah, you could see 4 groups are there, and under here you could see 4 users are there. Okay, great. So the next step is verification whether the ZPA is connected user authenticates or not. So here when you see here there is internet security, digital experience, notification and more, but there is no private access. You have to go to the mobile portal and choose the users uh, and the group whichever needs to have the private access. Just choose all the groups and click save. Once you save it, go to the client connector once again, go to more and update policy. Now the private access is activated. You can go here and wait the service status whether the user is authenticated or not. So you can put a retry. Since the user was not authenticated, uh, the authentication status showing like authentication record. So you can just click here. The private access authentication is failing here because of SSL inspection is enabled in the internet security. So we need to examine some private access destinations into SSL bypass. Otherwise, there will be issues when connected to the private access. So I will try to create another video for what are the best practices when you are enabling Zscaler internet access with SSL inspection and Zscaler private access. So now you can see the user is created and you could see the list of informations about the user machines. So you could, but the authentication is fail option is failed because of SSL inspection enabled on the Zscaler internet access. Thank you for watching. So this is the simple configurations when we try to integrate the ZPA with Azure AD. Uh, Thank you for your time. Have a good day.